What am I good for from Facebook, YouTube, whatever you guys are watching from? This is your good friend, 2Gangster. And I'm back here again, making you guys another video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So guess what, guys? Today we'll be taking a look at a pretty unsolved mystery that happened in Japan years ago. But it has never been solved yet what happened in this incident. Today I'll be telling you guys the story of the case of the Fukiko Yagihashi, which is for the kindergarten teacher whose corpse was found in a sewer. On the morning of January 14th, 1997, the authorities of Tokyo, Japan, received complaints that sewage had been overflowing from a manhole between Nagayama Station and Tama Center Station. When city workers arrived and removed the manhole's lid, they noticed something like a mannequin floating in the sewage. They contacted the police, and the mannequin turned out to be the body of a woman estimated to be between 20 and 40 years old. The overflowing had been caused by a piece of flesh that had fallen off and gotten stuck in one of the sewer's pipes. The woman's autopsy was unable to determine time and death. Although she did have a broken nose and fractured skull, from the dental records, the body was identified as Fukiko Yagihashi, a 39-year-old kindergarten teacher who disappeared on February 28, 1996. The evening before her disappearance, Yagihashi left work and was seen shopping at the Tama Super City grocery store around 7 p.m. It wasn't like her to miss work, so her family reported her missing to the authorities. Her house seemed all in order and showed no signs of disarray. Police found the groceries she bought, some packs of strawberries and natto, a kind of soybean, left untouched in her fridge. Two notable things, however, were missing: her purse and a diary she had used from 1990 to 1991. Like many women, Yagihashi never went anywhere without her purse, which she used to carry her wallet, diary, savings, and passbook. Before she had vanished, her savings account held over 7.5 million yens, which is in English for equivalent of more than $60,000. Yagihashi had previously talked about wanting to go back to her hometown, but no withdrawals ever took place before or after her disappearance. This has been an extremely difficult case to investigate. It's uncertain whether Yagihashi had walked off alone or with somebody else, voluntarily or against her will. As for the old diary that went missing, if Yagihashi was abducted, perhaps the culprit took it because it mentioned him. There was also the possibility that Yagihashi wasn't killed the night she went missing. While her body had been found wearing the same clothes she disappeared in, her long hair had been cut short. Additionally, while her father had been staying in her house for March 1st to April 6th, he received 6 mysterious phone calls. Every time he picked up the phone, he heard only silence on the other end. Since Yagihashi lived about 200 meters, 656 feet away from the manhole, some have suggested that the killer was a local man and an acquaintance of hers. Because of the location of her body, it was also suspected that the killer worked for the city. The manhole, after all, couldn't be opened unless with special tools. The only suspect in the case, a man referred as Mr. K, did fit this profile. Mr. K lived in the area, worked for the city, and admitted to having known Yagihashi. Despite a weak alibi, he was eventually ruled out as a suspect. Unfortunately, the case today is as cold as it was 18 years ago.